I think A Quiet Place is probably, let me see. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I think A Quiet Place is one of the best new sci-fi action thriller, whatever category you want to put it in, series that I've seen in the past 15 years. When did the first Quiet Place movie release? Because that first one, wow. When was the first A Quiet Place movie? I probably should have looked this up beforehand, but I didn't think about it. So the first one released April 6th, 2018. I remember going to the theater to see this movie. And I remember being like, I'm not a horror guy. And this is The Quiet Place is not a horror movie. It holds a space in between spaces, if that even makes sense. But it kind of feels more like an action sci-fi thriller. And the story really is sci-fi. Now, the second one for me was really good. Was really good. It I think it followed the first movie well, but that first movie it will always have a special place. It's like the first Matrix movie. The Matrix had some issues. The second movie wasn't bad, but that first movie just had such a special place. The idea, the principle, the concept, I'm pretty sure John Krasinski wrote this movie. But anyway, let's get into this article before I continue going on jaw jabbing. And we got right here John Krasin or A Quiet Place Part 3 cast includes Sinners star Jack O'Connell, Cillian Murphy, and more. As we first told you on fearhq.com, filmmaker John Krasinski has revealed the cast of A Quiet Place Part 3. The impressive ensemble includes 4 returning actors and 3 major new additions to the popular horror franchise. So I guess they do consider it horror. But it's funny. Like when I tell you I'm not into horror, I do not like horror movies. Like for me, this falls more into the vein of Aliens. I wouldn't necessarily consider Aliens a horror movie. I consider it more action sci-fi thriller. But maybe that's just me. Anyway, reprising their roles will be Emily Blunt, Evelyn Abbott, Millicent Simmonds, Reagan Abbott, Noah Jupe, I don't know exactly how to pronounce that, Marcus Abbott, and Cillian Murphy Emmett. The newcomers include Sinners and 28 years later star Jack O'Connell, Oppenheimer's Jason Clarke, and The Mandalorian's standout Katy O'Brien. A Quiet Place is an apocalyptic and post-apocalyptic horror film series set in a world inhabited by blind extraterrestrial creatures, which with a heightened sense of hearing. Plot details for the threequel are being kept under wraps, and I'm glad. I'm really glad. I always had a problem. Well, I'm not gonna say had a problem, but I don't necessarily want all movies to have constant leaks. I understand why Marvel does it, and as I've said many times, I think it's primarily done for PR reasons. They're trying to, excuse me, build and keep a buzz, and so that's why you get all of these constant leaks, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with that, but I don't need that from every movie. I like being surprised a little bit. I'm really excited. This is a quote. I guess this John Krasinski talking. I'm guessing it must be. I'm really excited about the third installment because it's going to do something that we haven't done before. Krasinski previously said of A Quiet Place Part 3. Okay, so it was him. The ending of the last shot is now that the world knows about the signal that the creatures are vulnerable, they're vulnerable to. What will the world do with this answer, or or with this weapon. Will they be responsible with it, or will they not be responsible with it, as we in the world tend to do? We screw things up. Everybody wants to use things for their own advantage, and things just don't go right. There's lots of exciting places to take the story from here. Will Krasinski be among the movie's cast members? His character died at the end of the first movie, but he returned for a flashback in the sequel. That may be the plan for part three too, but the office star isn't named in the X post below. And I guess they have, the names are of all the actors. I mean, I could easily see him showing up in a flashback and them just not mentioning that. That would only make sense. Across 3 films, the Quiet Place franchise has grossed a combined $900 million worldwide. Krasinski returns to write and direct this third installment after handing the reins to Michael Sarnoski for the 2024 spinoff, A Quiet Place Day One. That's the one. I knew there was one I didn't see, and I believe it was that one right there. I haven't watched yet. Set in New York, the prequel shifted the spotlight away from the Abbott family and instead focused on new characters played by Lupita Nyong'o and Joseph Quinn. Late last year, it was confirmed that A Quiet Place Part 3 will open in theaters July 30th, 2027, moving it away from DC Studios and James Gunn's Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow, on July 9th. I am looking forward to this. This is a movie that I think is going to be good. John Krasinski did a magnificent job on those first 2 movies. I haven't seen that spinoff movie, so I don't know how good it is or not. But I know those first 2, the concept for me, for somebody to come up with a new and interesting concept that hasn't been done, that honestly takes some thought, because there's so many movies made. How do you really do something new that hasn't already been thought of? And I'm sure I could probably find some variation somewhere of A Quiet Place, but this movie really did. It impressed me with how thoroughly enjoyable the watch was, even though there was a lot of jump scares, and I'm typically not into that. So yeah, this is one that I'm looking forward to.